Welcome everybody to the Genesis Mindset super quick update on the daily's events with the pDAI hacker and the pDAI fiasco, or the supposed hacker. So we do have some breaking news from Vietnam. So I've just received footage from Vietnam. So we're going to go through that footage, and we've got some live footage of the super real super scammer, and also just some updates from the Twitter Spaces, which has been going on pretty much all day. So first of all, breaking news. Scam Long Dong has been spotted in Vietnamese news today, declaring himself as a candidate for the upcoming presidential election with his newly formed party, P Scam P Communist P Party. When probed by reporters about how he was able to suddenly cover this expense, he stated, "I stole pDAI from the MakerDAO vaults on Pulse Chain." He also provided his address in case anyone didn't believe him. So that was very generous of him to hack the system for millions and millions and millions of dollars, and then create a communist party and bring communists back, because we need more leftism in this world, right? And then also we've got some live footage from pDong, or apparently Richard tried Tim. So we've got some live footage here. So I'm going to play this breaking live footage right now of the scammer.
Hello Richard, let's be honest bro, you not that smart, you big fat man, with big fat face. I will continue to exploit Pulse Chain. I plan to make millions from all of you. I outsmarted the fat man. pDong to Dora bro. Hello Richard.
pDong to dollar. pDong to dollar. Yep. So that was obviously some super real footage. Look, if we can't do anything and we've accepted our position, we may as well have a laugh, right? We may as well have a laugh. So another thing. So basically, the overview of the spaces that I've been receiving information from, and from the time that I was listening to it, is, I mean, it's still going right now. So execute pDAI mint. So basically, it's a room full of devs and other people, and they've been trying to execute the mint function for the pDAI contract, or the MakerDAO vaults, to see if they can actually mint it as well. And basically, what they found was there's no way a single hacker could do this. They believe most likely it's a good actor. They're all running tests to see what else they can find. So basically, they have not been able to execute the mint function. They've not been able to do that. So they've been on there all day trying to figure this out. So they also believe 99 Capital is a good guy. And people are starting to see the chaos agents, and they're starting to publicly denounce them. So it was actually a reasonably good Twitter Spaces compared to a lot of the other ones. So apparently, some of the people who have been causing deliberate FUD have been getting called out in the spaces. So another thing that Steve added here was, I'll add to this, the devs cannot replicate the exploit, which is probably the most important part. So they can't replicate this quote unquote exploit, which suggests it's either not happening the way it's shown, or the minter is whitelisted in some way. So this suggests his actions are part of the plan and not an outside malicious actor. So whoever is in charge of the MakerDAOs basically suggests that, yeah, the actions are part of the plan. So these guys have put together, it's called the ilk function. So my brain's too fried to kind of figure this stuff out, but you can figure it out. You can do it. I sort of tried to start. I just asked Claude, but then I was like, man, I'm just going to take their word for it. I can't be bothered like trying to verify. I know that sounds bad, but yeah. But basically, the other thing is, essentially now so the MakerDAO vaults, they were collateralized on Ethereum with a certain number of assets. So like Ethereum, real world assets, and a few other things. I probably should have checked that, but now, just today, the Pulse Chain MakerDAO vaults have had 40 new tokens that have been added as collateral. So again, it's really, yeah, things just don't add up. Put it that way. So it's there hasn't been any proof. There hasn't been a single shred of proof that this actor is a bad actor, and now obviously, or this minter is a bad actor. So now there's been 40 new tokens that have been added as collateral for Pulse Chain Maker. So that's also created a surge of speculation on Pulse Chain with these types of tokens as well. So again, that doesn't seem to me like the actions of a malicious actor. That's just me. You make your own mind up. Everybody can think for themselves. We all have our big boy and big girl pants, but it seems like the market is definitely deciding that this is appearing to be bullish news. So it has created higher lows and a new higher high, but this is only on the 4-hour. It is having a pullback now at these levels. So, I mean, there's a ton of volatility. There is just an absolute ton of volatility. So either way, what I'm doing is I'm still preparing for the worst. So I've been discussing this with some friends, and I'm thinking there's probably a good chance that it's still not over until that joy number, until this number gets to 0. I think the FUD, the onslaught of, holy shit, this has dropped a lot. So that's 610. So again, the other day it was 903, then it went down to 870 something, then it went down to 788, now it's down to 610. So it's really dropping a lot. So again, we want to see this get to 0, and oh no, that hasn't changed. People were saying that this has changed, so we want to see this get to 0, and that's where the next process will get triggered in the unfolding of these events. So short and sweet. I'm just going to leave it at that. So just an update of everything that I've been staying in tune with today. So everybody, take care out there.